Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're diving into your thoughts shared in the comments of our recent video titled "Is DNA Testing Needed?" Meghan and Harry's fake kids apparently discovered by the late Queen. In that discussion, we explored a new book alleging a royal scam around Meghan's supposed fake pregnancies and surrogacy. It was claimed that the late Queen uncovered this, leading to Meghan and Harry's exit from the UK, amid speculations they were asked to leave. There's been buzzing curiosity over the DNA of the children in question, with surrogacy rumors fueling this. We also touched on the financial implications of DNA testing and the skepticism about Meghan and Harry presenting their children for such tests in Britain. Moreover, we pondered the potential fallout on the royal family and the succession line if these claims were proven true. You've been quite vocal with your opinions, so let's dive into some of them. Our first comment from 1964 MTM reads, "Normal people usually take their children for milkshakes, not bring them home. If they state they have children, well, some of the position she put herself in, getting so far down to speak to children, would not be comfortable at all. It's a shame the titles mean more than her own children. We have seen Princess Catherine out shopping with her children. Archie is now 4 years old, and yet he's hardly been seen. He must have had no party because if he had other children would have been invited. Then parents would be telling people they have children unless they had to sign NDAs before they were allowed to. Princess Catherine is a mother. Meghan could take lessons from her on raising children because Meghan hasn't got a clue." Well, that's a strong opinion. 1964 MTM. The comparison between Meghan and Princess Catherine's parenting styles is indeed an interesting point of discussion. Thanks for sharing your views. Let's continue exploring what others have to say. Moving on to another comment by Elizabeth McLaughlin, who says, "Those children absolutely don't exist. Knowing what we know now about the Harkles, it's 100% certain that have made mega millions merging them. The possibilities for making money from them is boundless. They've also never made any statements denying their lies, which speaks volumes." There's been some interesting feedback on this. Brienne commented, believing that if the children do exist, they weren't birthed by her, suggesting DNA testing to confirm their lineage and questioning the legitimacy of their royal titles. And then Paula chimed in, stating, if there are really children born of her body, she would have an entire product line of items that she said she used for the children and made mega money for them. My only question is who would have paid that kind of money for merchandise of the children? Maybe she could have been on QVC to sell the merchandise. Paula's comment brings an intriguing angle to the financial aspects of this controversy. Barb's input was also notable. She pointed out, at the very least, it's fraud. The lack of transparency when it comes to the children is very curious indeed. And I suspect that's because the children are not real. This highlights the ongoing suspicions and the demand for transparency in this matter. Chili Bird offered a different perspective, suggesting that the royals were more concerned about the Queen's health than delving into this issue. I think you're probably right because really in the grand scheme of things, what Meghan and Harry do is not that important. So I believe what you say that the royal family was concentrating on more important issues. And of course, they were worried about the Queen's health. Lastly, Helen and Sunny raised questions about how Harry and Meghan might address these allegations. Helen asked, "How is Harry and Meghan going to get out of this line about the surrogate children?" I don't know. They have gotten themselves into quite a mess, though. It is going to be interesting to see how they try to fix this. Meanwhile, Sunny pondered the Queen's role in this saga, emphasizing the complexities surrounding these claims. These comments certainly stir up a lot of thoughts and theories about the situation. Let's see what others have to say. Continuing the conversation, Sunny brought up an interesting point about the Queen's access to intelligence. The Queen has direct access to the best intelligence in the UK. I doubt there was no stone unturned in knowing what those two were up to. This comment reflects the belief that the Queen was likely well informed about the situation. Trev then added, "I believe DNA tests are absolutely needed with the public being told of the results." This sentiment seems to resonate with many, suggesting a strong desire for transparency and verification. Responding to Trev, Kim agrees, while Carmen comments, "Spot on." Veronica raises a concern about potential attempts by Markle and Netflix to undermine the British royal family, citing The Crown as an example. Teresa echoes the call for agreement. Josie also weighs in, 100% the public should know. This underscores the general consensus for clarity on this issue. Donna suggests, yes for DNA and it should be done now. Should not be done in USA or England. Should be done in Switzerland, Norway, Sweden, or Denmark. Her idea reflects a desire for neutrality in the testing process. Alex points out, without the medical signatures attesting the authenticity of the births, DNA is certainly required. A police inquiry is needed regarding the issue of false documentation. This comment suggests a legal perspective on the matter. Andy's view is more severe. Both need jailing for treason. This comment indicates the depth of feeling some have about the issue. Sassy Cat adds, if true, then the royal family have made a grave error of judgment. And yes, many people will be furious at the cover-up. But in time, they'll recover. But I doubt the incredulous duo will. It's long overdue for all titles to be removed. And hopefully, we can all move on from this American wannabe family. This comment encapsulates the mixed feelings of frustration and hope for resolution. These comments paint a vivid picture of the varied opinions and emotions surrounding this controversy. Let's continue to explore more viewpoints. Continuing with your insightful comments, Sue Gray raised a thought-provoking point. I don't think the royal family knew about the deception for a long time. Why on earth would anyone imagine that a new royal bride would do something as audacious or deceitful? She believes that while the royal family's initial instinct was to protect Harry, it's now time for them to acknowledge the situation and revoke any titles that were obtained under false pretenses. Janet shared a bold opinion, suggesting, I totally agree King Charles III needs to step aside for William. This indicates a desire for a change in the royal succession. Frankie commented on the timing of the DNA tests. For ++ years ago and 2+ years ago, a DNA test needed done. This reflects the urgency and importance placed on the matter. Audrey's mom expressed interest in the book mentioned earlier. Sounds like a good read. What will it be called? Her curiosity echoes many others who are intrigued by the ongoing saga. Ross shared a heartfelt concern. My heart is breaking for the babies. What kind of future do they have? I hope that someone sane walks into the lives of those two little kids and can help them navigate life to become strong and independent people. Maybe William and Catherine should adopt them. What a dream come true it would be for those children, if they're real. This comment shows compassion for the children involved in this controversy. Donna added, if children are real, then yes, DNA done. She emphasizes the need for proof of the children's existence before any further steps are taken. Lastly, Rusty offered a perspective on the royal family's dilemma. I'm of the opinion that the royal family was damned if they kept it secret and damned if they didn't. Rachel is a master manipulator. She backs people into the corner where they have no choice. This comment suggests the complexities and challenges the royal family faced in handling this situation. Your comments reveal a deep engagement with the ongoing royal drama, bringing various angles and perspectives to the forefront. Let's keep the conversation going and see what more of you have to say. Continuing with your engaging comments, Barbara voiced a strong opinion. She was never pregnant. Therefore, those kids should be removed from succession. This reflects a certainty among some viewers about the nature of the situation. Matilda brought up an interesting theory regarding Meghan Markle's actions, questioning whether she is the mastermind or if someone else is pulling the strings. This adds another layer to the ongoing discussion about the dynamics at play. Kim echoed agreement with previous comments, while Annie added, and you're saying people just stand back and let Meghan block them in the corner. Please, only fools would let this happen. This suggests a disbelief that people could be so easily manipulated. Marianne shared a relevant historical quote from Theodore Roosevelt, I can do one of two things. I can be President of the United States, or I can control Alice Roosevelt, his 19-year-old daughter. I cannot possibly do both. This quote was used to draw a parallel to the current royal situation. Annette commented on the impact on Prince Harry. She sure has ruined Harold. This is a sentiment shared by some viewers who feel Prince Harry has been negatively influenced. Dizzy Chef pointed out, OP didn't handle things with Meg an honest heart. Guilt on her hands. This comment suggests that there may have been missteps in the way the situation was managed. Barbara added another dimension to the discussion. He should apologize to his family for bringing that vile woman in. Unfortunately, he went for the lust and not love. This comment reflects a view that Prince Harry made a grave error in judgment. Lastly, Susan Roberts raised some critical questions. Oh, what a thorny issue. Number 1. Is Meghan Markle going to allow her DNA to be taken? Will she cry racism and be a victim once again? Number 2. Will she allow that DNA to be tested in light of the claim she makes that she's 43% African American? These questions highlight the complexities and potential implications of the DNA testing in the context of racial identity and victimhood. Your comments continue to add depth and diverse perspectives to this unfolding story. Let's see what more of you have to say. Continuing with the lively discussion, Susan Roberts posed several thought-provoking questions. She wondered if Meghan Markle would consent to DNA testing and how issues like privacy and allegations of racism might play into this. Susan also raised the question of Prince Harry's paternity and the importance of establishing the lineage for the sake of the monarchy and the public. DNA is a necessity. Those children were given titles and are supposedly in the line of succession. The time is long overdue for such testing to be done and transparency in the results. The truth is owed to the monarchy, Parliament, and the good people of the UK, she stated, emphasizing the gravity of the situation. Helen Buckmore simply stated, "It's been overdue DNA testing, aligning with the growing call for clarity through scientific means." Dizzy Sheff humorously noted a physical resemblance between Meghan and Harry, while also questioning the validity of her pregnancy. Meg's face sometimes matches Harry's hair. If she admits a surrogate, why the moon bump? This comment reflects skepticism about the narratives surrounding the pregnancy. Kitty fans shared doubts about the authenticity of Meghan's stories, particularly the one about being taught to curtsy by Fergie. The whole story about being taught to curtsy by Fergie was a load of tosh. Meg's is just weird enough to wear a moon bump over a real pregnancy. This comment suggests disbelief in Meghan's public statements and actions. Regina simply agreed with the previous sentiments, indicating widespread support for these views. These comments highlight the complex web of suspicions, rumors, and unanswered questions surrounding the royal family. The engagement and depth of your thoughts reveal just how captivating this story remains for many. Let's hear more of what you have to say. Continuing with the engaging dialogue, Patsy questioned the actions of King Charles in recognizing the children as prince and princess. If our dear late queen knew this, why has King Charles made them prince and princess? Totally laughable. We all know that these children do not exist. This comment reflects skepticism about the existence of the children and the decisions made by the monarchy. Claudia offered a perspective on wisdom and age, one amazing woman. You can't fool the elderly. They have forgotten more than we'll ever learn. This comment suggests a belief in the astuteness and experience of the older generation. Rylan was more direct in his approach. Let them publicly shame and defame Meghan because there are no children from those two. This reflects a call for more public scrutiny and action. June expressed a personal stance on supporting the couple financially. As for me, I would never buy anything that lines their pockets. This sentiment was echoed by others, indicating a reluctance to contribute to their financial gain. Coco Bana raised a point about the royal family's obligation to honesty, especially regarding the birth of the children and the implications for the line of succession. Excuse me, British royal family or not, the British royal family has to be honest, particularly over the births of those children in the line of succession. Frederique expressed disbelief in the existence of the children. There are no Harkle children. Nora, spare me. This comment aligns with the skepticism shared by many others. Margaret White pondered the motives behind Meghan's actions. What is her gripe with the royal family? It can't just be they weren't nice to her. Had to be more to it for her to want to bring down 2,000 years of history. Wendy and Rose both called for DNA testing to resolve the matter, with Wendy wondering about the true parentage of the children and Rose suggesting that DNA testing would bring an end to the speculation. CSCD shared a personal opinion on Meghan's potential as a mother. I don't think they have children at all. Can't see Meghan being a mother. What a scary thought. MMM and Bertie echoed the call for DNA testing, with MMM adding a religious aspect. If that's true, God is going to be punishing them. Jerry Smith and appreciation for Queen Elizabeth also supported the idea of DNA testing, with the latter suggesting its importance for government records and the king's portfolio. Your comments highlight a diverse range of opinions and theories about this ongoing royal controversy. Let's continue exploring your thoughts on this matter. The discussion around the royal family's knowledge of the situation continues to intrigue. A viewer mentioned, "I don't doubt that the royal family has known the truth about those children for a while now, but I guess I'm still confused about why on earth they would go along with the scam." This reflects a common curiosity about the motives and actions of the royal family in this complex situation. Janet Kelly brought up a significant point regarding the biology of the children. If they used Meghan Markle's eggs and Harry's sperm, then DNA would be theirs, not the surrogate. This comment casts doubt on the legitimacy of the children's parentage, considering the absence of DNA testing. Peggy Scott shared her suspicions. "I have always suspected that someone in the royal family found out about the so-called fake babies." She believes the monarchy became aware of the situation but did not orchestrate it. Peggy feels the royal family should have been more transparent about discovering the truth later rather than staying silent. Further, she emphasized the potential long-term impact on the children. It's bad enough having Meghan and Harry who are narcissistic, but these two children's mental health issues will be with them forever because nobody cared. Peggy's comment reflects concern for the well-being of the children involved and a call for the monarchy to take responsibility. These comments bring to light various theories and concerns regarding the royal family, the alleged surrogacy, and the well-being of the children involved in this saga. The depth of your insights and the range of your opinions continue to add layers to this ongoing discussion. Let's delve into more of your thoughts on this matter. The discussion continues with more viewers sharing their thoughts. A viewer expressed, "I don't believe the royal family was part of this from the start, but they definitely need to address it now. It's time for the truth to come out." Lynn shared her view on the legitimacy of the royal children. Surrogate babies not born of the royal wife cannot be in the line of succession. The whole moon bump saga expanding and collapsing over time needs to be conclusively addressed with DNA tests, preferably done in Switzerland and shared globally. Millie Thompson added, "DNA is essential for both Harry and Meghan Markle due to the born of the body requirement for succession. If Meghan Markle isn't the biological mother, then the kids shouldn't be in the line of succession." Merle speculated on the royal family's knowledge. "I think the royal family had the DNA of Archie and Lilibet a long time ago." This suggests that some believe the royal family might have more information than they've let on. Pearl humorously suggested, "Maybe Marcus is the surrogate daddy. Wouldn't that be funny?" While Angela doubted the Queen's involvement, I highly doubt the Queen would be involved in Meghan Markle's schemes. Diane and Eva both suggested the need for DNA testing of Harry, and Eva added, "Hopefully the palace has been taking covert action to bring all the lies into the light and will do so very soon." She also mentioned the need for a forensic check into the birth certificates, given their questionable authenticity. MMM expressed sympathy for the late Queen, while Gloria and Denise offered their own unique takes on the situation. These comments further highlight the complexity of opinions and theories surrounding the royal family, Meghan Markle, and the children's lineage. The depth of engagement in this topic is evident in the variety of perspectives shared. Let's see what else you have to say on this intriguing subject. Continuing with the engaging discussion, Gloria shared her perspective. "That's what I've been saying about Meghan Markle. There are no children. That's why she doesn't want to return to the UK."